Done.
Oh, a meeting to
What
order.
happened here?
They got both my. They have both my persons in the shop getting teeth added to one and clasps to the other.
You want to start again?
No, and I don't think I'm coming. This cough don't be alarmed.
I hope you don't have the flu. I sure
don't
as hell
think
don't
so.
want that.
You know, Scott's out with influenza A. You know Scott, where he works over there. I wonder how many other people over there. Not epidemic level yet, right?
Yeah, but you're not gonna have time for nothing like that, man.
Okay. They're gonna start cussing in here.
I think you better close that.
Well, I don't got time for that.
Officer Bush.
All right, I'm gonna get off here, man. We got a board meeting. I'll see you about tomorrow, all right?
Okay, call me when it's over.
All right. All right. Well, you put on that gray car.
Well, I was going to. That's what I'm just getting ready to tell you. I'm going to get a couple more days. He looked at the windshield lights and he was like, hey, no, you need these here.
All right. Hey, I'll see you.
We're live. Just so you know.
Oh, Scott coming?
No, Scott has influenza A and he's in quarantine.
Yep. He's about the fifth or sixth person I know this week to have that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Both my grandkids had it.
a friend of mine took his mother to the emergency room Tuesday night and said there was like 28 people
Ahead of him.
sitting in the emergency room. She was there all day sitting in the emergency room before they finally found her a place and they had to move her somewhere else.
Is that here in Richmond?
Yeah. Reed Hospital.
The dogs all got taken care of.
Yep.
And we never found out who they were.
Nope.
And
Those
such
were nice looking dogs.
They were good. They listened. They came out of the cage. I cleaned up the one kennel and moved them over to the next. They went right back in. I mean, it's
They've had some training.
I tell you,
good dogs, man. It's like,
Nita and I went out there. They had knocked the water over, and there wasn't any food in there, so she get them a big bowl of cat food, and I took a gallon of water and filled up the thing. Well, they was jumping where that ground was wet, right? We come in here afterwards, got in the light, and I had specks of mud on my forehead, all over my coat. Well, I had to take my coat home and throw it in the laundry. I mean, bless their hearts.
I had to scrub stains out of my
when I got here, they were both in the igloo, staying warm.
Well,
That's what it is.
when it gets down to 10, below 30, can animals actually stay warm in those?
Oh, two of them together, I'm sure of that.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
of them together. But
Yeah.
And there's a blanket in there,
Yeah,
too.
there was, yeah. She had a big blanket for them in there, so they were well taken care of for dogs. There, yeah. If I didn't have two dogs, I would have took them.
Yeah, I saw them on Facebook. They look like nice dogs.
They are.
Were they two different breeds or were they brothers?
I think they're
think
both
they're
brothers.
the same litter.
Oh, they were
Both-
brothers.
Yeah, and they got along great, and
That
they
one tried to climb in my car. That little silver.
yeah, it scratched your car.
Scratch your car from behind the truck.
Well, they just climbed up in the back of the police car.
I mean, yeah, they got in, but they started smelling food, so they went back and then they came back, and it was just funny.
The only thing I hate, Rick, is that someone now has the combination to that lock.
No, I can change that lock anytime.
I think you should.
I mean,
Because see, I'm not saying they would, but they could give that to anybody. My biggest worry is somebody put a dog in there and us not know about it.
And
Well, yeah.
freeze to death and starve to death.
That's why we like to keep that locked so they have to know this.
right, and matter of fact, me and Ron go out there the day before I leave, and I'll change the combination.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That'd be better than the.
Well, it's on TV, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Anybody got any questions about the minutes?
Not thus far.
Mr. Higginbotham was here last week. I spoke with him. Like I say, the county commissioners have approved it. He's just waiting on the county attorney, Ron Cross, to draw up something, and so everything's good. I told him that Bob was cleaning up everything from last year. We wasn't turning nothing over to the county that Bob had started. That's not fair to them. So,
And he said you're waiting on Ron Cross, the county attorney, to draw up the papers.
so it's all a go. We're just not immediately, but we should be all right. If it, being we don't have one, if anybody needs a building permit, which I haven't heard in town lately, and I don't think anything's started yet.
Not that I know of.
And the one you was talking about earlier, that's a county permit anyway out on Carlos Road.
Yeah, but they will be hooked up to our sewer.
Right.
We need to see when they'll be ready to hook up.
Right, that brings up a good question to me. I know our sewer plant's 87, 88%. How many more houses, if somebody was building out there, would be able to go on that plant and still be
Well, we've been
functional?
up and down in town, if you know, we've taken down several with blight money, but so we're about even what we used to be.
Right.
We haven't jumped way high
I
up.
think we asked Doug that question once before, and at that time, we were 89%.
Yeah,
I thought it was something like that.
but it's close, 87, 89.
Well, we've taken down, what, 5 with blight?
And
2, 3, 4.
Are we getting water infiltration somewhere then? I mean, is that still an issue? Remember the lift station, remember we were getting a lot of water there.
Which lift station?
When they're in by the
Well,
animal,
they redone that.
Greensfork.
Oh, that's all redone. Yeah,
Right.
we spent
Yeah,
thousands of
concrete.
dollars on
Yeah,
on
that was
one.
redone last year, wasn't it? Our street department redone it.
I think it was done the year before.
It might have been, it started in 23 anyway.
Well, the street department's, excuse me, ended up having to get somebody in there to help them do something.
With a big excavator or something, a bigger excavator.
It's very possible, yeah, because they put concrete in there. And it was very expensive.
Nobody's got any questions? I'll make a motion. We accept the minutes from last month's meeting.
I second it.
Motion's been made, properly second, accept the minutes from last month's meeting. All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed say the same. Thank you.
What's that say, buddy?
Thaw.
Okay,
Thaw the
thaw.
rock at the plant.
All right.
What, PHAW?
He threw it. You thought he throwed something.
Yeah, I
It
couldn't
spelled
read it, couldn't make it out. So we only had one episode with the plow.
Yeah. And him, honest guy like that, he owned right up to it, which was good. And thanks to Brian. Brian popped it in there for about 10 minutes. Saved us $65, plus he saved us about $300 on the price of the park, so.
Yeah.
So, yay.
I appreciate Ricky being honest about it and telling her,
Oh, well, it could have been terrible.
Could've been worse,
Could
yeah.
have been.
It could have been.
But what it was-
I'm
You
just
couldn't
talking
even see
about,
it.
What it wasn't the plow. It was the rod that comes off the plow to let you know where you're at, where your
Guide.
plow's
Yeah,
at.
guide, yeah.
And so that rod, and it was just very excellent. I found another one while they were getting ready to change it. Just a very small crack. Probably I'd say if that car was on a car lot, they wouldn't even have fixed it because
Yeah, I wouldn't.
until water gets in there and you start having issues, you would even know it's cracked.
They said they couldn't even see it, they could just feel it.
Exactly.
But he got out and investigated it and.
Well, we've had some, episodes, and when Buddy told me about it, I thought, oh no, my God, what's gonna happen? He said, no, it's taken care of.
Yeah,
Got a brand new factory
Easy peasy.
OEM
Yep.
part. Good to go.
Who would have thought that a if you go to the dealer to buy a tail light for a 2022 Dodge truck, you're gonna spend $900 plus $65 for them to install it.
Unbelievable.
But it is the whole unit, which still, that's a whole lot.
Yeah.
To me, I think.
Clear
you found
silicone.
found a wrecked 22 that was wrecked in the front end, but the junkyards know that now too, and they'd have charged you probably $400 for it.
Did you turn the heat down, Rick? Or turn it up?
I didn't do any of it. You told me not to.
Ooh, I saw you over there.
I was just over looking at see what it was. I had to put my rears on.
I
It's
think it's
70 something.
71.
Yeah.
71.
Well, are you cold?
I'm always cold, so that's fine. No
Okay,
problem.
unfinished business. Interlocal agreement with Wayne County Commissioners for the building permits, which we had talked about, and the storm drain at Maple Street, of course, waiting for springtime. Officer Bush. Give me a report.
Okay, I need signatures and
Wayne County Dispatch, the radios went encrypted. So right now, people can still hear Wayne County because there's simulcasting, encryption and non-encryption. But you can't hear the officers on the road, and they'll do that for a while, and then they'll.
So what do you hear?
You won't hear anything once. You can hear dispatch, but you can't hear the officers talk back.
You can hear dispatch and where they're sending them.
Right, but that's it. And
Isn't
then
there supposed to be a delay built into that though? So that people can't,
rush there.
you know, like
well, I'm hearing.
someone with bad intentions can't.
Well, when they go total encryption, it will be like right now. It's just simulcast until all the agencies, everything works out bugs. Then it'll be totally encrypted. They just decided to keep it encrypted, and that's just how it is.
So we can hear dispatch, you just can't hear them.
For right
Right
now,
now.
you can. Yeah, but that's going to change real quick.
Real quick, good.
I displayed some signage over at the post office for the new trash. I put the blue there. I stuck it over the post office so people understand how they're supposed to position it and phone numbers to call.
It's on the-
Was there any pickup for our first heavy items?
Yeah,
I don't see any out there. I don't see any on the side of the road.
yeah, they do a Wednesday pickup the very next day on the
Yeah.
first.
They done it. I
From
don't
the
know
first
if it
thing,
did.
yeah, I don't know if anybody had
It's
anything
the
else.
first Wednesday of every month.
I just wondered if we had any.
Now, does the town folks know that now?
They should.
that
Buddy
date?
posted it on Facebook
Did you?
or Growing Up Greensfork.
I posted it. Well, like I said, we haven't had any calls or any issues, so.
We might want to,
Post-
if they'll
post
let us,
office?
yeah, just one sign that says big items, first Wednesday of every month.
First Wednesday, okay. I can do that.
And
no
of
biggie.
course, anything that has Freon in it,
Right. It's just a normal pickup stuff like anybody else is gonna do. You
Right, and people don't need to think that it has to be a big item. If you had a little extra stuff that you couldn't get in on that first Tuesday, or that Tuesday, set it out on Wednesday, because they're coming around with the truck. He did say in the meeting that they would grab, any
Yeah, he said
things
they'd
that
grab
couldn't go in that
and
Tuesday.
of course, there's no yard debris either.
Right,
They will not take yard debris.
Well, they say that, but if you put it in a trash bag, how are they gonna know what it is?
true.
Well, it's against the state code, I guess.
What's
We're
against
law
that?
abiding.
They keep saying that's against state code, but I tried to look it up. I couldn't find anything about yard debris, but maybe it could be there. I just couldn't find it. We closed out the 2024 JAG grant, so all that's done. Had a suicide juvenile. He immediate a detention at Reed, and then they sent him somewhere else. But
I thought Reed didn't have any place to send people like that anymore.
they do for immediate detention. If people are threatening to hurt themselves or they're doing actions to hurt themselves, they'll usually do like a 72-hour hold if they find that there's reason for it.
Were you saying immediate detention?
Yep, at Reed Hospital.
So he's pretty.
Done the van on a trailer. Done the bolo wrap policy. I put it in front of you guys. Just something that you guys can read when you get time. Just ideal.
I got a video of it. I don't need to read it.
But you know, it's like when to use it. Like if someone's near water, you're not going to use it right because they could fall and drown.
Well,
it's
and of
common
course,
sense.
we have our person, our, what do you call it, that we let do it.
Right.
Instructor.
He's really good at that shit.
He's a-
The
Oh,
guy they threw the ball
oh,
over.
Scott?
We told him not to move. My question is, and I'd still like to see, if they're moving or running and you throw that, they're gonna bust their
Well, they're
butt.
going to fall, but their hands. You know what I'm saying?
They'll be able to catch themselves.
Right.
And that's when they break
And
both
when
arms.
they run, though,
But
the
if they're
barbs
running-
stick in.
I mean, it's kind of like the old saying: either give me technology to bring them down, or give me more bullets. One or the other. So that's just.
Oh, I don't have
But-
a
but-
problem with it.
But right though. But thing is though is that if you go to like YouTube, you can watch videos. Just type in bolo wrap, and you'll see you're starting to see more and more where people are running, doing exactly what you said. They're running, they shoot their legs, and they fall down, and you catch them. It's like someone threw a boomerang.
And that
Yeah.
barb will probably lock into them also as they move, correct?
Or
Couple bars.
at least to their pants. At least it will be to their pants.
I don't see how they could run as tight as that is around their legs.
That you're not
No,
going to.
but they're running when they throw it,
That's how he is.
and
Yeah.
that's what's gonna make them fall.
Well, yeah, because it expands out 8 foot and hits them.
Afterwards.
And you see how fast it was. It was like you heard the noise and then poof. So
And if they don't fall, shoot them second time, wrap it around their neck.
no.
Buddy, you got a
And,
camera.
and like obviously, if someone's like on a roof, you're not going to shoot them with a bolo on a roof for obvious reasons. So that kind of stuff.
Hi, Brenda.
The new radio for the Charger is getting programmed, so that's the CPR mannequins that we ordered last month. They came in, so
So did we get what we thought was getting four
yes,
mannequins?
I think
2
the
children, 2 adults?
yeah.
I think they're blow up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
And then I talked about the 2 stray dogs that were put in the kennel for a few days this week. Food and water supply, along with a blanket. Jessie from Animal Control, she provided valuable assistance, and the dogs were placed at the Help Center there in Richmond on West Main Street. So that was kind of, and something else that I wanted to bring out, because me and Ron was talking about, Buddy's always made the comment about, redneck, high tech.
Redneck.
Right.
From
So-
the state of Indiana.
Start looking back at all this stuff. Greensfork was the first one to have taser in the county, first one to have the camera in the county.
We set a precedent.
Right. The first one to have LPRs, because there's only four in the state that have the mobile LPRs. You'll start seeing them more and more as time goes on and people are wanting them. But you see them. Most people see the flocker system, which is usually like on a pole somewhere.
Well, a lot of towns have them on the pole, don't they?
Yeah, that just catches
And
plates and just
that's
records.
good. I wish we had those.
Well, I mean, it's Wayne County's got them, so yeah, Wayne County, Henry County.
Oh, they're everywhere.
They're people don't realize what they are even see them, but we're just fortunate that Greensfork's always try to stay up with technology because we're a small department, so we don't get to. We don't
Key
get
to
to.
that is we're getting all this stuff free also.
Almost everything we do is we get for free. So that works out great. I mean, I wouldn't call it free. Taxpayers are paying for it.
Right.
So, yeah, but
Well, to me, it's just money in the bank.
yeah, it is. It's money in the bank. So, and then, Buddy, did you see that picture of those tires?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was on the front of the Charger, and that was not like that like 5-6 months ago.
I thought we put tires on that Charger
No.
since we got it.
Have not.
Tells me it's got an alignment
It
problem.
did have an alignment problem. He done a four. He done again a four. What do you call it? 4-point.
4-wheel alignment.
Yeah, 4-wheel alignment. So it's now
It's got parts wearing to make the tires wear
Well,
like
it
Yeah.
hasn't been drove that much.
that. More than you think.
Oh,
It's sat out there most of the 90%
yeah,
of the time.
but prior to us getting it though, it was drove by the state police, and they drove it. I mean, we got the tires on it looked like they were fairly new when we got them,
Yeah,
but so was the battery last year that we had to replace, and so was the starter we had to replace. So like I said,
so why so much to replace when it's set most of the time?
because it's
Like
got
a house.
170,000 miles on it. That's why.
177,800 actually.
Yeah, that's why.
And they don't nickel and dime you to death, they underdime
No,
you to
all,
death.
all this stuff ain't happening in the last year.
No.
No.
My thing is, before we put tires on that, we need to get the problem fixed that's causing the tires.
And he
to
did.
wear like that.
That he did, and he went to Greensfork alignment to get the tires. They were 125 a piece, which is about half.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
The Greensfork alignment's always been real good to us,
Now-
and with us, for us.
now,
He could use the body shop.
got the tires from, but Brian's the one that mounted them and balanced them. They were going to charge $40 a tire.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they pay people to do that, I
Right.
understand that.
So no, but I mean, Brian done it for nothing, and got the oil change. And then buddy, I got your thing that you've been wanting.
Dang it, I-
Yeah, the vehicle log for
Oh,
both cars. So now we'll have a sheet.
Wow.
It's gonna have date, time, and all the stuff done to it, and it'll be in one nice little.
I figured,
book.
man, it's been 15 years since I wanted it, you forgot about it by now.
No, I just.
You was talking about
I-
the other day.
So, but it just got a nice little binder. It says vehicle log on it, and then like every time we do an oil change or
Well, that's just good, smart business to
right.
take care of your stuff and maintenance and maintain or document your maintenance. Ron, you probably learned that from Ron being an Air Force retiree.
I made the log on
I-
a Excel spreadsheet, but he said you wanted it on paper, so.
Yeah, that way Buddy can read it and understand it.
You start your notebook and keep it in the notebook.
Is there
It's-
color
No,
pictures
it's a
with it?
log, it's an actual,
It's got pictures.
no.
No, I got pictures.
Ron, will you sign our paper?
No.
Since you were here at the meeting.
Nope,
Okay, you don't
Give
have
the
to. We
brownies
won't
back
make
there.
you. I don't
Give your
care.
brownies back. No brownies, no sign, no brownie.
Ready? It's something just simple, easy to go.
Perfect,
Yeah,
that's.
good
And then when you open it up, you got vehicle 1, vehicle 2. You just start right down the stuff that gets done. We're gonna get the oil change and stuff done on vehicle the white car. I don't know if this week or next week. It all kind of depends on how the weather's gonna be.
Did you
It's go-
do the tire thing on there already?
Yeah, I got 2 tires. 2 tires and the mileage that it was done.
Very good, thank you.
So
Maybe,
15
street
years.
department can learn that from you.
That's what I was thinking.
They're just gonna be mad now that they're doing it and they might have to.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but that was my report for
Excuse
this
me.
week.
I don't think anybody has any questions for the police department.
I do.
Alrighty.
Where's the mannequins? Can you show us the mannequins real quick? We got them here,
no,
CPR
He's
mannequins,
getting batteries and stuff for him.
batteries.
yeah, cause
I haven't seen a CPR mannequin in
Well,
25
these
years.
are,
Oh, sugar.
these have like a training AED that don't actually shock you, but it goes through all the steps except actually shocking. And then the dummies have,
It beeps and tells you it's time to shock.
yeah. And then it'll tell you to do CPR, and then it'll tell you to reevaluate,
That's
don't
really
touch
nice.
it.
Blow me up, please.
And then the
Blow me
dummies
out of here.
themselves have green, yellow, red LEDs on them. So if you're not going fast enough, it blinks one color. If you're going too fast, it blinks another color. If you're doing everything right, your chest compressions are the perfect depth and all that, then it lights up and
I mean, you probably remember a resuscitation Annie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and those things weighed about 40 or 50 pounds.
Oh, yes.
These
they-
here
these
are.
fit in a little bag and you can lift it with one hand.
Yeah,
It's
there's-
ridiculous.
Now, at some point, are you thinking about maybe scheduling something at the community center or something where town people can learn this? I mean, would you be willing to do that, I guess?
I
I
threw
think
around-
they should go ahead
I
and to be
threw around the
charged.
idea of having a bleeding control class and a CPR class for anybody in the community that wanted to attend, and that was back when Rick Stewart was still here.
Right.
Because there's a lot of Amish folk around that
Exactly.
don't know CPR, they
Right.
don't know bleeding control, they work around heavy machinery, farm equipment, you know.
I think,
How
the
long does
fire
it take a
department-
fire truck to get to an Amish person?
Well, you surely wouldn't do this for free, would you?
Well,
If-
you're not paying me, so I guess I would be.
Yeah,
Well, why can't you charge these
Good
people
point.
that come in
Well,
ahead?
I mean,
He does for like corporations, he probably would, but not like regular
yeah,
civilians.
the point of teaching the civilians is that the knowledge is in the community. So,
Yes.
you know, like, we're a rural area, so they call 911. 911 tones out the fire department, EMS. Then those people don't work there. They got to leave home, go to the fire department, get the rig, go to the house. So by the time all this takes place, you're 20, 30 minutes in to this person calling 911. The more life-saving their kids, relatives, spouses, whoever can give them to sustain life until rural EMS can get there, then so much the better.
I thought the
mean,
fire department did last year before, had a big
Rick
class.
Stewart did
Yeah,
before he
Amish.
moved.
Yeah.
They've
and that-
got 7 Amish, 6 or 7 Amish that are on our volunteer fire department.
And that all came about when I had to do CPR on that infant that
Mhm.
drowned
South
in
of
the
town.
pond.
Up south on Mineral
And the family had no clue what CPR was.
Well,
None of
think
these
that-
people would be accredited after this class. All they'd be able to do is
Is do
do it
it.
if they needed
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Right, because in order for you to get your Red Cross card, the Red Cross requires you to create the class on their portal, then you have to pay a fee
And I think it's 8 hours.
yeah, whatever each, you know, first aid, CPR, AED, EpiPens, you know, whatever the class is, they have a different pay scale through Red Cross, and they won't give you your card unless you pay them. So,
And of course, the EpiPen is no big deal. Just grab it and
yeah,
been there, done that.
there's that. But Indiana's changed its laws. So it used to be if me or Rick, being law enforcement, you know, we come up on you and we know that you're having, you know, an anaphylactic reaction. We realize it, we recognize it. But if we give you an EpiPen that we have in our pocket, we're prescribing medication without a license, and we
Right.
could have gotten in
You're
trouble.
liable.
Now the law allows, if you've taken a certification program,
If you're certified.
you can actually go to Walgreens with your certificate, and you can buy EpiPens for your department or your agency, you know. And,
Is the
and
price
you can-
finally come down?
Oh, they're pretty pricey.
They're still not cheap.
It's still
but-
cheaper.
One time there was like $800-900.
It's
700.
It's still cheaper in Canada.
But there's little changes to the law, and getting that certificate allows, the firemen, police to just purchase them for their agency and have them and be able to use them
Right.
instead of waiting 30 minutes for.
Well, I'd like to see maybe in springtime or something like that, set something up, maybe even at the fire department or the city.
And
or that.
Community center.
I have other CPR instructors I know that would help me do it, and I can borrow more of the mannequins from another guy that I know who has a bunch of them. He let me borrow them to give a corporate class, so I'm sure he would be more than willing to help us out.
Well, that's good to educate these people. It might save a life.
Yeah, I'm teaching a Stop the Bleed class for on the schedule now for the Indiana Marshals Association in April at their conference.
How deep will that go?
It'll cover bleeding control, clotting agents, pressure bandages, tourniquets, that kind of thing.
Very good.
Yeah, I used to do all that. EMT.
It is kind of eye-opening when you go through that stop the bleed class, because most people throughout their life, they think, oh, you just put slight pressure on or you raise a hand and all that stops the bleeding, and that is so far from the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta pack stuff in there where it looks like you're trying to do some medieval stuff on this person. I mean, some of it can be very, very traumatic and painful.
Yeah, they're not gonna like you doing it, but they
You don't-
don't wanna die either, so.
Right.
Yeah, and all that training came about from our stabbing victim that we responded to.
Remember a couple
Sugar
years
Grove
ago?
Road.
And,
Yeah.
you
The
know,
one they had that fit about.
we built off of that and now offer the training to other first responders.
Good. I think when you get ready to plan on doing that, we'll put like a little feeler out to see what kind of interest we'd have in it. And make sure, I mean, I wouldn't want you to have to do it with just one or two people. I would like to think
If
anybody's
it's one or
got
two
kids is
people,
gonna
I'll
do it.
take one or two people.
Because kids is that's the toughest one to learn how to do. I mean, it's not, but most people don't
Yeah, they're
do the
going, yeah.
children.
Have we seen, or
Toddlers
do
or
we
whatever.
have in the police department that choking device thing that,
Mhm. We have them in the backs of the cars.
Oh.
Vacuum.
Right there,
Right
we got one right there too.
Just like that one.
Yeah,
can't see it?
I bought an extra one to put down here.
That's been there.
Yeah, it's got dust on it, but yeah, you can open it up and it's ready to rock and roll.
I'll be darned.
Nobody knows how to use it, so.
All you do.
All you do is put it over their mouth,
Exactly.
pump it, and it'll suck it right out.
Exactly.
But now,
You don't have to do the hidey leg.
when you're pumping it, it's not pushing the item down farther?
No, because
it has a one-way valve.
I see.
So when you push down, the air goes out a different way, and when you pull back, the valve closes and it suctions.
yeah, you
Have you used
literally
one yet on anybody?
On anyone? No.
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 you just put the mouthpiece, pop it on there, pop it a couple times. That's
Have
it.
you ever seen the Heimlich
Oh, yeah.
method really work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one I did, it actually shot 2 feet.
Oh, yeah.
It actually flew out.
And it's Heimlich's very, very hard.
Oh, this was on a
That's a lot
2-year-old.
safer. Heimlich, neighbor, you crack somebody's ribs from that. if you want.
Scared me to
That right there
death.
actually uses suction to just whatever's lodged to hopefully get it out.
Very good.
Yeah, that's something.
So you'd offer a lot of training later on then to first responders? If,
I mean, if the fire department needs CPR training or anything, they usually will contact us.
First responders know some of this already, though. They do CPR.
Yeah, they do CPR.
Well, some of them should be certified already, right?
Well, everyone should be certified, but like if you have a new cadet
Yeah.
fireman,
Yeah.
they have to go through CPR certification before they can graduate the fire academy. So I had a fireman cadet in here, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
From local?
From Louisville. He wasn't from Greensfork, but he needed the class, and
When emergency people like that, we don't care where they're from.
that's how I am.
yeah,
Exactly.
And I wonder if the Amish would come.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure they
It
will.
was a big turnout when Rick done that. Just basically just get hold of Doug and put the word out and do it there at the community center or at the fire department.
Yeah, they got that big bay at the fire department.
I don't care if we go to their schoolhouse.
True.
Whatever's convenient. I mean, that's knowledge that,
That's something we can talk over, you can talk
Yeah.
over with Doug and set it up. I'm sure he'd be eager to have the opportunity for the training for his people.
yeah. He's got several Amish people on his fire department.
6 or 7, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Sewer plant,
Did,
it's flowing.
Did you guys
It's
approve
full
the
of-
minute, Rick's report?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, it's gonna be pretty cold, it might thicken up this next week.
I make a motion that we Except Rick's police report.
I made the motion, you second that, remember?
Yes.
I think.
All in favor,
was
say aye.
right.
Aye.
Darlene's not here. Yeah, there was an issue out there last Friday, or the Friday before,
That Friday before.
a couple
No,
weeks
oh,
ago.
Was it Friday? It
Had a
was
lot
Wednesday.
A lot of foam that was taken care of.
It was on Wednesday.
Oh, you
What
say
happened?
foam?
Mhm.
I think just mainly, I think it was from the cold, basically.
We had 2 foot of foam. That was on a Wednesday.
Who foam?
Wastewater
I'm gonna get
treatment monthly
need some soup right
report.
now.
That's not you, is it, Nita? No.
Nope.
Facilities coordinator is facilitating. Yeah, street report. Well, let's do Nita first here. I passed
Okay.
up there. Sewer utility monthly income and disbursements.
Okay, in January, we received $14,961 in payment. That sounds real good until you look at what we dispersed. We dispersed $17,324. And on January the 1st, when we done utility billing, we had 15 accounts that was into 90 days. So we received payments on most of those, but there was 5 left that the sewer, that the clerk treasurer done 5 sewer liens in January. She done 5 sewer liens, and then she released 24 sewer liens that we got paid for in December. At this time, we still have 22 outstanding sewer liens yet to be paid through the Wayne County Treasurer's Department.
22.
Uh-huh. You know, that's a low number compared to a lot of years that we've had. I can remember when we had over 100. Yeah, but the sad thing is, a lot of times it's the same one getting a new lien and releasing one. They don't, I don't think they really understand. It's cheaper to pay here than it is to Wayne County, because all the extra charges that Wayne County charges, 25 to record, 25 to release, 20 to put it on their screen. And they have to pay that above the 60 and 90-day charges that we take to Wayne County. So it's not a good thing, but for them,
They don't seem to care. For some reason.
somewhere, I don't understand it.
Well,
So I think we're real fortunate to be able to only have 22 right now. But there was 24 that was released in January. We got paid for those in December settlement. We have a list here of the last 11 years of how much we've collected on sewer liens.
You read those to
Yeah,
us
with
last
that,
month.
without that, we couldn't survive it.
Oh, you mean people paying their bills, you mean? Is that
No,
what-
without the sewer liens.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah,
People being
yeah.
Forced to pay.
forced to pay more. Yeah, I don't understand
Yeah,
that, but I
we
get,
don't get any more. Wayne County gets that money because it goes for the recording and release, and it goes to Wayne
We
County.
get the interest, don't we?
No,
I'm still not understanding how we're not getting more money for people
Yeah.
don't
not.
charge
work.
anymore.
for the extra work to.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're not getting extra money.
Well, we don't.
Get them in
I
the
thought
ordinance,
that
change
we
the-
talked to Adam, and Adam
Fines.
said that you can do a fee for the processing.
For the cost of your labor, at least paying for that.
I've been told we cannot, so we can investigate and see, but I've
Well,
been
yeah,
told
we
we
Do you,
can always
cannot.
do you think Carmel, Indiana charges the same amount of money that you're charging? Come on, that's not even realistic.
Well, on the lien,
Those people all pay their sewer bills because it's Carmel.
Carmel.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
yeah, Wayne County charges an extra $70.
So
You ought to be able to charge
And that's
about
a lot
extra
of work
money as
for
well, I
us,
mean.
too.
if they're charging extra money, it stands to reason.
I'm
you
almost
can.
positive Adam told us so. We could have an in-house
Next
office.
time you're talking to Teresa, ask
I
her that.
will.
That's
I
all.
will.
Yeah, if you can charge extra $20, $30 per each time, so be it. Because the fee is not to make money, the fee is to make the people start paying their bill.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
supposed
I
to
don't
be,
think it'd make any
it's
difference.
supposed to, well, you know what, then you'll be getting extra money anyways,
Exactly.
so.
One guy.
But somebody's gotta pay you and take care of your time And
And
more,
the extra paperwork
right, the extra time
is
that's
where the
generated,
fee comes from.
Yeah.
the good people who are paying their bills are essentially being punished and paying to cover your extra work hours for the people who won't pay and won't take care of them.
Or pay on
their
time at least.
obligations. So, I mean, I'm not a punish the good people kind of person. I mean, if someone's gotta be,
It's a lot of extra work on the clerk treasurer, I'll tell you.
It is.
It is, yeah.
I mean, you got less than 10 years left, don't you?
Okay, I'll make a motion, we accept Nita's sewer utility monthly income disbursement report.
I second.
Motion been made and properly seconded, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say the same. Motion carried, thank you.
Where do we stand with the chicken fees? Have we collected any?
0.
0.
Why haven't we collected any?
No one's been here to ask for a report, ask for a license.
Well, the ones that we know have it, shouldn't we be,
No.
No, they're not coming to the meetings no more. They're all dead silent now.
shouldn't we be taking a piece of paper to them and telling them
Why
you
don't you
owe?
take a piece of paper to them, Kathy? You've probably got a little more time than the rest of us do to go.
We can do that, Spring.
Brenda, I didn't ask for your opinion on that.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
What
You
I'm
didn't ask for
saying
yours a
is,
lot.
how do we get the money?
I think I'm gonna leave people, if you're gonna.
We
do
have
that.
How do we get the money?
we have
Yes.
to take them just like we would any ordinance violation. We'll take them a warning. The law requires that you give people a certain number of days
I
to become
didn't know if
compliant.
that's what we were gonna do, should we do, how do we do? That's
Well,
all I'm asking.
If we're gonna have an ordinance, then it stands to reason you would want it enforced, or why bother having it? So, the enforcement chain of events is we give someone a warning, we give them a certain number of days to fix what's not in compliance with whatever the ordinance is, and then
And
if
at
they
this
don't-
point, who's supposed to do it?
we take warnings.
They're the
We
ones
issue these
Yeah.
warnings.
Yeah, they're the ones that hand out the warnings and the
Yeah.
fines and things like that.
Yeah.
So do we wanna collect this money, or do we wanna let it go?
Oh, no, we're gonna collect it.
Yeah, I think Rick's saying like we were gonna wait until the weather got warm enough to get out and walk around and
I don't blame you
knock on
there.
doors.
You do know
Just a
currently,
little
I know
cool.
of one place right
Right.
now that has chicken.
Right. There.
I think we just need to say, hey, the
Well, I
ordinance
thought
is
that we knew
passed.
two. Oh,
There-
we had two.
There. Who else?
I do.
Derringer, I
The one
know.
people lived outside of town
Yeah,
that
they were
were
outside.
that were
No,
here.
but-
The guy that brought the kids the other last week.
No, I know he has chickens, but
That's
he's out in the
Farmer
county.
Brad.
Derringer?
Yeah, Derringer has him. Just tell him he needs to get his permit. Man, I'm sure he will.
There's somebody else. Next to Fred Johnson's place.
Well, they used to have chickens. They don't.
Didn't she get rid of those years
Years
I think
ago.
she has chickens again, I think.
Well, I think we just need to hang something up. The
No, I'll
ordinance
just,
has been passed. Come get your permit.
I'll just go by. No, I'm gonna go by and see Derringer because they're the ones that came up here and were all highfalutin about getting this done. So we can't pay him a visit. I don't, for him at least,
Right.
because he's already said that he's got chickens. So we don't have
and
to.
and he was the one that when they were sitting there talking about a permit fee, they agreed on all that. So
Now, was
I'm
that
sure
the-
it's not going to be an issue.
Was that the form that you guys decided on? Where is that form?
Oh, I made it up and
Yeah,
you
I
did.
remember
emailed it
you made a
and
form
printed it
up.
and
It's in my filing cabinet.
I thought we were supposed. I thought we were gonna give Anita several of them.
I think.
No,
I don't think I have one.
Oh, a receipt book is what it was.
I have the receipt.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
receipt book.
because I mean, I'm not gonna collect the money. I'm gonna just try to. Yeah,
Right.
Just tell them to come up
They
here.
live down here in
we
I
don't
have-
touch money.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, we're supposed to put it
don't
into
trust
your
you,
fund,
right.
weren't we?
yeah.
Continuing education.
Yeah,
Law ed.
yeah. So I thought you were gonna maybe collect it while you were out, if they give it to you.
If I see, no, I don't take money. Mm-mm. Nope, not a dime, not a penny, nothing.
That resembles bribery.
Yeah.
Till the untrained eye, we saw the marshal getting money from someone.
Uh,
Yeah.
No, that's
That's
not
a
a good
no-no.
look. It's not a good look.
Now, my other question is, are we still going to or have to raise the trash?
Well, I mean, it's went up for us.
I was hoping that people could get used to the new best way first. One thing at a time.
How's our,
How much are we
maybe
eating
might
a
talk
month?
about that, but yeah, what's it cost?
What are we eating a
What did we
month
pay
now?
last month?
Sometimes 2, 3, 4.
1,000?
No.
Last
100.
month.
I've got a record of it over here if you do want. it.
That's all we pay above what we owe or Best Way?
Rumpke.
It's normally a couple thousand a year, isn't it? Somewhat,
That 200 a month would be,
$2,400 a year.
at least.
Sometimes we do. I got a record of it.
How many?
Well, that was when it was $12.75, and now it's 14.
you guys should at least raise it to cover so you
Well,
break even. You're not trying to make
Need
a profit.
At some point, we'll need to, yeah.
Would that be
Well, we
like,
can do like we did before, go on a ascending scale.
What?
Increase it gradually.
Yeah, 1 year.
Oh,
Stair step it.
like go
That's
a
what we
dollar,
did for
go
the
a dollar
sewer.
a year until you're where you need to be at?
That's what we did for the sewer grant, not for trash. But
Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, same thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with it. You know, we've always paid a majority of it, now we're paying more. I don't see anything wrong with, I'd rather wait till Scott's here
Yes, definitely.
and talk about it, but,
The bill was
yeah, it's costing us $14 a month. Currently, we're charging $10 a month.
So that's $4 a household.
Right.
So, and how many's,
Depending on the gas. the fuel fees.
278,
Yeah.
if I'm not
We're really
mistaken.
not paying that much more with Best Way than what we paid Rumpke last year.
We go with 278 houses. Is that what you told me?
We got 178.
Oh, 178. I
Yeah.
said 278.
So we paid Rumpke right around 2,300 to 2,400, depending on those fuel
Uh-huh.
fees. And this went to 24 something.
so we're
On the
paying,
1,400, based on at $14.
I'm sorry, what?
But that's based on last month's.
Yeah, I think it was 1492 maybe.
so it's $712 a month if that's correct, 178, and you say we're paying for $4 per unit now?
Yeah, we're paying because it's
It's
$14
$14
per unit.
Per unit,
They
yeah.
We're charging them 10, so we're paying $4 times 178.
So we're paying over 8,000 more a year.
Well,
I don't think it's
Here
that
is
much, is
well-
it?
No.
It's about $700 a month, roughly to 800.
in
Oh,
two-
then
yeah.
that would be $9,000 a year.
In 2018, we paid $8,753. 2019, we paid $2,500. In 2020, we paid $3,137. In 2021, we paid $3,169. In 2022, we paid $3,233. In 2023, we paid $3,964. Now, in 2024, we paid $6,527. It flips. Sometimes it's 2 something a month, sometimes it's 700 a month.
Well,
That's
depending on
what
who's
it'd be a
paying.
year, $8,500.
Yeah.
That's what I just come up with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$8,500 we're
It
gonna
just-
pay extra a year.
It's just kind of crappy though that you got to keep raising the rates, and you got some people who
They're
play
not
the
gonna pay
game.
Anyway,
Yeah,
if it goes to sewer liens, they don't pay. That's just it.
and you gotta, yeah.
Well, I think I go back to what Janice from the original paper owner said. It's our duty to be sure that we collect enough money for the town. We don't like it, it affects you and I
Yeah, we
also.
have to pay it just like anybody else.
Yes, but it is our duty to be sure that we've got enough money coming in, and the town should not be eating over $8,000 a year.
And we only done that one
Well,
time.
we sort of assumed that when we used to pay for all of it.
Exactly.
And I don't exactly remember where we were back then. weren't we maybe $7 a month is what we were
742.
Yeah, it
paying
wasn't.
Yeah,
For the-
742.
for the trash.
Yeah.
That was back before sewer, correct?
No, we
No.
still
Shortly
paid it.
thereafter.
It was after, because that's when we had the issue with the streets being so bad. And that's when we got out of sharing with,
Edit.
because we needed the money. And that's when we went ahead and started paying a portion, so we weren't hitting them with everything, we started paying a portion of the trash, and it's just gradually gone up over the last 15 years.
Well, I'm like you, buddy, when Scott gets
Yeah,
back,
Scott
we
get
need to decide how we're
We
gonna
could
do this.
discuss it, and then that's, with the trash, you don't have to have a rate study and all
No.
that stuff. You can just make a decision and go with it.
Yeah.
Boom.
And at
just
the end of the-
rewrite it in the ordinance.
At the end of 5 years, we'll be paying what, best way, 15 something, or is it?
1575, I'm thinking, does that sound
It's
right?
just a few more cents than what the third year with Rumpke would have been.
It's gonna go 5% each year.
Do you want me to get a copy?
Well, in
of that?
figure 2, if you're stair stepping it, how much is it gonna go up by the time you're done getting to the top of your stair step? Because you may need to put a little something on there for mama and the kids so that
Well,
by the time it's fully implemented, you're at whatever that rate is.
Ours is 5 years. In year 5 is gonna be 1575. And we've got it.
So I
Year
just,
1, 2, 3, 4,
$16
5.
then, and round it off, and that way when it eases up again the next year, you're not having to tell people again, oh, well,
And of course, we've just talked about this 100 times, if they had to do this themselves, what it would cost them,
What is it, $30 a month?
30 something a
Mine
month.
was 33.
The thing it is, if someone like us didn't do it, they wouldn't either, and we'd have a stinking town with stuff
Cesspool.
blowing everywhere and
You're
dogs
right.
dragging stuff
Oh,
everywhere.
you're
Yeah,
right.
Well, there
Yeah.
are people who won't pay if they have to pay it all.
exactly. It doesn't matter
So
what-
raising it is not gonna change that.
No,
You're
it's
right.
not.
You are.
They're still not gonna pay.
At the same time, I don't know that I would be willing to raise it 60% or 50%. You know,
No,
that's
no.
ridiculous. But like I said,
Go on
that's
a
why I
dollar
want
or
Scott
two,
to be
dollar-
here. We can talk
but
about
you
it.
gotta make
Yeah.
back what you're spending, it's a
Oh, yeah.
business, it's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
tax.
Well, how we
you know,
go back
it's
and
not
make up
charity.
all
Oh,
the money
yeah.
we paid
Yeah,
the
you
last 10 years.
No, you can't do that, but
We
You-
could go 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, at least raise it $4, and then that covers that.
Over 3 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll talk about it when Scott's here.
Okey dokey.
And like I said, we can talk about it and make a decision the same day if we're ready to make a decision in that day. Okay, street report. They're both on vacation.
That's what you said.
Ours will look good next month.
How is it they both ended up going on vacation at the same time?
They just left. They just,
Doesn't that leave
Well-
us kind of high and dry?
well, I guess if it snowed or
We got
something,
Doug and-
We got Doug.
yeah.
Has Doug taken over everything then, while they're gone?
I imagine there's something
Might do
needed
critical
done.
Now,
stuff,
Rick
probably.
Shepherd was only gone for a little while.
Excuse me?
Rick Shepherd's only gone for a couple
Oh,
weeks,
yeah,
right?
he's
Yeah.
only gone for a little while.
He's
He'll be
good.
back.
he's gonna be back Monday.
Oh,
Yeah.
I talked to him a couple nights ago.
weeks.
Yeah, he'll be
Couple
back.
weeks.
Yeah, he only took a week, I think.
Yeah, I called him, he was in Florida, and I called him about bringing some hay down for the dog.
He gonna bring something back, Floridian hay?
No, he goes, I can't do that, I'm right now by the beach. I go, beach? He's like, oh, you're on vacation, okay, cool.
Like the plowed snow, the first in January 6th and 7th, which I remember that, we need to plow a little bit of snow then.
Did you and Scott come up with a solution on how to get this filled out better?
It's not up to me to come up with a solution, it's up to him.
I thought it would be up to all three of us. He'd make suggestions.
He needs to suggest something, yeah, I've been asking people sitting in this seat for 10, 15 years to do that and they haven't done something. I don't know that it really bothers me anymore, really.
I
It'll
thought
all
you said
work
it still
itself out.
made you angry.
Huh?
I thought you had said it still made you angry.
It does, but I'm just trying to get over that kind of stuff. I'm at my age, I'm getting older now. You gotta be careful with that, what you let anger get.
Pick your battles.
Exactly. So everything appears to be good. We haven't had any calls that there's any emergencies that we needed somebody from the streets. But it also has to make you look at it and say, well, maybe we don't need that many hours all the time. That might be something we need to have Scott look at and give us a little.
Oh, you know,
Insight
I've been
on that.
complaining about that for months.
I know a lot of stuff has changed from what it used to be. But yeah. Anytime somebody can leave for a month and nothing not get done, then that means you don't need them every month.
It's like Elon Musk coming in.
Doge.
Hey,
Doge it. Doge it.
That's
Yeah.
funny you bring that up. Dean and I were talking, is there any entities left that aren't cheating people? Is there any place that's not underhanded cheating people?
I'm telling you, and listen, it's not just the Democrats. It's Republicans too. It's both parties.
That's
Yeah.
what I said, is there
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
left?
Wait till they get to the
wasn't
Pentagon
thinking-
and start going through that budget. Cause that's our biggest expense. It's gonna be hundreds of billions of dollars just going for stupid stuff. What did they say, $800 for a hammer?
And like somebody said the other day, we have to account for every penny here.
They're-
They need to
they
be
don't.
honest like us.
They don't, they fail they haven't passed an audit in probably 2 decades.
Well,
It's just unreal.
they need to be
And-
honest like we are.
But they fire a bunch of them every year because of that, don't they? Oh, no, I guess they don't do that.
No, they just give them a raise.
Okay, new business. Janice Roberts, 2025 contract and completing her annual reports. We're gonna be redoing her contract.
Yeah, there you go for those
Any
two.
difference in price?
No, no, she's keeping it the same for us.
How is Janice?
I just figured, what,
Yeah,
yesterday?
she's been here twice this week.
Yeah.
She's our second set of eyes too.
But she's okay.
Yeah, she's doing pretty good.
Do I need to read this for make a motion or just throw out
Just
the
say-
monies? What do you
Just
wanna
throw
do?
out the money.
Report fees, which same as it was last year. Annual report for State Board of Accounts. Estimated hours to complete it is
Excuse me.
12 or more hours, $720.
She has days in it.
Yeah.
She's
Sewer
nothing.
utility end of year report, $240. Normally that takes her 4 hours or more.
It's more.
She's
More.
charging us the lower of the.
Yeah, she
Of the thing.
charges diddly for what she does.
I'll make the motion that we approve this contract for Janice for this year.
I second
Motion's been made, proper second to approve Janet's contract for this year. All in favor say aye.
it. Aye.
All opposed say the same. Thank you. You want us to go ahead and sign it,
Please.
ma'am?
Now, that's just for the 2 reports. There'll be 2 more later on she does for us.
We might not be so generous later on.
The electric bill went up a lot this month.
Speaking of which, guess how much my electric bill is?
We just got a letter, ours is going up too.
$469 last month.
Hey, that's ridiculous.
That is unbelievable.
But you're total electric, right?
We're geothermal now.
Oh, that's right, you
You
are
know,
zero
the city
thermal.
building was $400.
What?
This building was $400.
Oh my God.
And I do not keep the heat turned up.
Oh, yeah, I'll keep my eye on you guys.
But
I
here's,
think Rick comes in here and babysits them dogs, brings them in here, turns the heat up on 80,
so
puts on his gym
That's
shorts.
for this $400.
and that just seems so odd to me, but in January, our total town, which is the pole barn, the light out here, the building, and the street lights was $856. I paid in January, which would have been December.
Right.
So it was $1,079 for the pole barn, that $8 pole light, this building, and our street lights. But the sewer plant was $1,700 by itself, and it's usually in the winter when it's cold.
Right.
It's easily 12 to 14,
Yeah.
but 12 usually thereabouts.
Why is it so high? I don't understand.
So we paid $2,600 in electric for the
the wastewater utility this month.
Why is it so high? Something
You got
running out
something
there all the
running
time?
Oh, yeah. You
I
got
know.
something
I don't know, is it
running
just because
out
it's so
there.
cold?
I
Yeah, there's
assume
something that
so.
runs all the time, they
Yeah.
gotta keep it.
Because
Right.
it was almost 1,500 is what we paid in January for all the lift stations and the sewer plant. But again, the sewer plant can run anywhere from the summer it can be $1,000, but in the winter it can go up to around 1,400. But it was
What was your
1,700.
electric bill?
There was some little emergency thing out there though,
A budget?
Yeah.
Or-
there
But
out
it's
the sewer
going
plant,
up, the budget's going up.
and up on 38. But
$300.
that bill wasn't, because each pump station has its own individual
Maybe we
electric
need
bill.
to put solar panels out at the sewer plant. We know a company that does that, that will pay you to do that. I mean, not to give electric to the sewer plant, don't get me wrong, but to whoever, wherever that electric goes, somebody's paying for it. So if you had sewer panels out there, or, not sewer panels.
Solar?
Solar panels,
Well, isn't
Sewer
Duke
panels.
couldn't you get money off of them?
Isn't Duke bringing the opportunity for some homes to have solar panels put up? I don't think we can do it here, but it's coming pretty close around us.
I know there's a house up there on Pearl that's got solar panels on their back.
They probably just put those on for
Yeah,
someone else.
well, I mean, cause I know Bob had to give them a permit to do it,
But
but I don't know how
Bring it.
that affects their electric, or I've never
It'd
talked
be
to
nice
them.
if we could do it out there.
That's the lady you was talking about, you thought may have chickens, I think it's at her house. They've got solar panels up there.
I wonder what it covers.
I don't know, what's her name? Maybe we ought to just ask
Can't
her.
remember.
For what?
Blonde head lady, I remember
what?
that. That had
Next
the
to-
chickens 10
you
years
got-
ago.
Yeah, that right there is like a supplemental type charging batteries or something for lights or something like that. That's not. You gotta have a lot of solar panels, man. If you're ever trying to.
It's like one side of the whole
Yeah.
roof has got solar panels.
Yeah, that right
on
there
it.
is probably about enough to keep your refrigerator going.
And what's solar panels cost now?
Fortune.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Solar panels, I'm telling you, to do a house and to do it all, it's
That's funny, it's-
75,000, 60,000, all depends on what you want to
Yeah.
get. Because you got to buy the battery, the charger, the inverter for it, all that kind of stuff. It's not just a solar panel. Solar panel is just one part of it. It's very, very expensive to. It's not very user friendly. I had a cousin of mine that just got it done last year. He spent like $48,000, and it only saves him like $110 a month.
Yeah, but you
So
take
he's
that
not
times
totally off
75 years, he'll be making money on it.
Well, yeah.
He's not
His
totally
kids
off the
might.
grid then?
Huh? Or his wife,
But then those panels are only,
good for about
Yeah.
5 or 10 years, and then you got to replace those because they
Is he
frost.
totally off the grid?
No.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
what,
To
where
go
they,
totally off the grid, you have to produce more than you use, and he's where they make the money is selling it back to them on peak time, like where you're at work. They're selling it back. He's not producing more than he uses. He just happens to be producing during the daytime when he's at work,
Right.
and that's where you get like money paid back to you. To be off the grid, your whole house would have to be solar panels on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Garage, everything.
Called the solar panel house.
Yeah, makes your house look ugly.
Okay, resolution 2025-01 best way. This resolution 2025 is allowing monthly prepayments to Best Way Disposal for town trash pickup. And the reason we're saying prepayments is their billing schedule. The way they bill at the middle of the month
For that month.
for that month. And before, we was paying December, you pay for January. March, you pay for February, you pay back. But now they're asking, well, we have to pay in advance for half of the month anyway, right?
We have to, is that.
Whereas this 5-year contract was approved and signed by Greensfork Town Council members Town Council on December 19, 2024, and whereas this service was to commence January 1, 2025, with payments to be made monthly. However, there was no mention in the contract that monthly payments were to be paid in advance. Therefore, it is resolved this 13th day of February 2025 by the members of the Greensfork Town Council to allow the clerk treasurer to pay Best Way Disposal at the beginning of each month for this service beginning January 1, 2025. I make a motion we accept resolution 2025-01.
I second it.
Motion been made and properly seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say the same.
Can you
Motion
say we
carried.
didn't know about
Thank you.
this till,
We didn't know it till we started getting bills for it.
so
It ends up sometimes in the middle of the month that they don't pay. I think it was due the 20th or something, but
he
it just
didn't
gives
ex-
her permission to pay for it.
he didn't explain it well enough then.
I don't think he ever even talked about how he was gonna bill it, did he?
No, we just assume. I mean, my thing is, if you know what it's gonna be, difference doesn't make. I mean, you gotta pay it.
Yeah, it's a constant number for them, ain't it?
Right.
Yeah.
And Brenda couldn't just go ahead and pay it, we have to do that?
She's not supposed to pay stuff.
Yeah, she ain't supposed to say something.
There's certain
In
things that she
advance.
can. There's a resolution that
Right.
gives her, like electric and stuff like that, you know.
But I typically don't. I usually wait for you guys to say yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It works out okay.
I'm sure it's something State Board of Accounts could say, oh, you should or shouldn't do that,
Oh,
so
yeah.
just CYA.
Yeah. So,
Got any warrants?
Oh, yeah.
We can take a recess if you're not quite ready.
No, I'm ready.
I just like, get that red light off for a minute.
We just gotta,
I
I was surprised at the electric bill.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what my budget amount's gonna go up monthly.
Oh, I'll bet.
Your budget amount.
He
On
pays the
electric.
budget through Synergy.
That way you know what.
Kathy always
Oh.
asks about the hours, so I went ahead and wrote them on there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't have them memorized as well as I do sometimes.
My fingers are cold. I'm like Kathy, I'm cold now, and my nose is cold. It's yours?
Yep, so are my hands.
That means you got a
My
fever.
hands are
That
cold.
means you got a
Say
fever.
cold hands, warm heart.
Yeah, and I got a cold nose.
Okay, I don't understand. It says Best Way Disposal. And then over on the right-hand side, it says Rumpke.
Well, it's because I don't know how to change Rumpke's name.
Oh! I thought, are we paying them both still?
Well, when Liz set those accounts up, the name of the account is just Rumpke.
Oh.
So I need to go in and figure out how to change it maybe to trash.
At
Rumpke.
3 o'clock this morning, you wasn't gonna change it, huh? At 3 o'clock.
But it
we
didn't affect my check. My check is right.
It didn't affect her check.
Do me a favor, when you do
And what's
that, let me know what it
dumpsters
is.
and restrooms?
That's the sludge removal,
Okay,
like
thank you.
House used to do.
Now, what, State Road 38, they call it?
Yeah. We had to use them once before, if you remember right, when we had to do the main lift stations down here. Come in, they couldn't get over the track and they was.
They hung up.
Yeah, they got hung
Yeah, I
up.
remember that.
We had to bring, yeah, that turned
Excuse
into
me.
a nightmare
Yeah.
for
And you-
Doug, bless his heart.
We had to pay for pumps too, this last month.
Mm-hmm.
What did we spend at Granger for $1,500 repairs?
The pump. Granger's
pumps.
where we get our pumps at, isn't it?
Who's that
BBC
1,500 to?
BBC pump.
Granger? What'd you say?
I asked what the pump was BBC.
Yeah,
Granger,
And it says repairs, $1,560.
it's repair, it's repair parts.
Okay,
There was some
sheet, there was metal, some metal stuff, so I guess that and we, you know, we have the air gas stuff, I assume they were making what they needed.
Oh, we paid B.L. Anderson, what, 800 and some for calibration at the sewer plant.
That's
too.
an annual,
That's an annual thing. People don't know what it costs to get rid of their poo.
It's terrible.
It's,
But I look at the grocery store.
and all the fees it's added to that sewer plant, you wouldn't, it's unreal.
You got here, council to review approved.
yep, there was 2 instances that Doug had to go out and he marked his time card emergency.
Yeah.
So, you would approve the time cards anyway, obviously, cause you do them at the meeting, but I was pointing it out so you were aware. If you
Because
didn't already
emergency
know.
was $20 an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, it changed it by $35 for him overall.
yeah, deadly.
Can't be
For going
helped.
out in the middle of the night.
No.
You
Can't
make a
be
motion.
helped.
You make a motion, I'll let you.
I think I put a copy of his time card there so you can see
Yeah.
it.
You
did.
don't
You
wanna
did.
see them before I make a motion?
I trust you.
Make a motion, we accept the warrants.
Just a minute, I'll look and I'll tell you. I'll second it. Motion's been made and properly seconded to accept the warrants. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say the same. Thank you. Motion carried.
They bought shackles and steel and straight chain.
I think we asked about those shekels before. We did.
Shackles and steel.
It's Impact ST steel, black oxidized, I guess. And then there's a D shackle, 880 pounds, stainless steel. D shackle, 545 pounds, 316 stainless steel. There's a D shackle that's 3,900 pounds, 316 stainless steel, straight chain.
Yeah, I asked about those before, what the shekels meant. I can't remember them.
I can't either.
But they've worked on so much. I don't know if they're trying, if they're trying to make another thing to do some lifting with to get those, I don't know. I don't know, I don't,
That's something we'll need to ask Doug
Yeah,
yeah.
Doug will know.
or Rick will know.
Well, Doug
Ricky.
ordered them, it looks like. He was the caller.
Yeah, he's the one called and ordered, and Doug was.
We don't
And
need
it's,
to,
and it's steel, there's another one, another, Impact SK steel, black oxidized.
you don't need our signature on this back, council, to review and.
No.
Okay.
Once you sign the warrants, you're good, or sign the
She was
the
thinking,
payroll
"Oh,
and it's done.
just want you to know about it."
Anybody have anything they'd like to bring up? Nita? I always go to you on this.
I don't think so this month.
Wes, you got anything? Brenda, you got anything?
I don't think so. Thank you.
Kathy?
Nary a thing.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Motion been made, proper second, adjourn the meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say the same.